All right, let's talk about something that gets debated everywhere from city halls to family dinner tables. Sanctuary policies. Do they make us safer, or do they put us at risk? This question has taken center stage, especially after a recent and tragic incident in New York City. Here's what happened. In July 2025, an off-duty Customs and Border Protection officer was shot in the face while walking in a park. Two suspects were arrested, both undocumented immigrants with long criminal records. According to federal officials, these men had active ICE detainers, but New York City's sanctuary policy meant those detainers were ignored. In other words, local authorities didn't notify immigration officials before releasing them, even though they'd been flagged. This case reignited the debate. Critics say sanctuary policies are making cities less safe by letting dangerous criminals walk free. Former New York City Council member Joe Borelli and analysts from the Center for Immigration Studies argue that these policies make it demonstrably easier for repeat offenders to stay in communities. And it's not just New York. In Colorado, some lawmakers claim that sanctuary policies are fueling everything from drug trafficking to violent crime, calling it a magnet for criminal organizations. But supporters of sanctuary policies, like California Governor Gavin Newsom's office, see things differently. They argue that blaming these policies for rising crime is just fake news, a narrative pushed by political opponents. Newsom's team points to fresh data. In 2024, most categories of crime in California actually went down compared to the previous year. Violent crime dropped by 6%, but there's a catch. Compared to 2019, when Newsom took office, violent crime is still up by more than 10%. Homicides are slightly higher too, even if it's the second lowest rate since 1966, according to state stats. So which side's got it right? Well, it depends on what you believe sanctuary policies are meant to do. Supporters say these policies build trust between immigrant communities and the police. The idea is, if people aren't afraid of being deported for reporting a crime, they're more likely to help law enforcement and keep neighborhoods safe. Critics counter that this opens the door for repeat offenders to slip through the cracks. As one Department of Homeland Security official put it, ignoring ICE detainers directly results in criminals being released to reoffend. It's not just about statistics, it's about real people. The debate gets emotional when stories like the New York shooting make national headlines, and it gets political too. After this shooting, the Justice Department sued New York City, arguing that its sanctuary stance intentionally impedes federal immigration enforcement. Still, public opinion is surprisingly unified on one point. A recent Fox News survey found that a huge majority, across party lines, think undocumented immigrants charged with crime should be deported. In fact, 8 out of 10 Democrats, 6 out of 10 independents, and even 4 out of 10 Republicans agree on this. At the end of the day, the real question might not be whether sanctuary policies are good or bad, but how we balance safety, fairness, and community trust. There's no easy answer, but it's a conversation worth having because it affects us all, no matter where we live. Thanks for being here and thinking it through with me. If you've got thoughts or personal stories, drop them in the comments. Let's keep the conversation going.